North Korea has reopened its border, allowing its citizens living abroad to return home, a move seen as a significant shift in its strict border controls. Now, the South Korean government raises serious concerns over the regime repatriating those who have left their homeland. Bae Eun-ji has more.
After shutting itself off from the rest of the world in early 2020 in response to the COVID-19 pandemic, North Korea has finally reopened its borders. The North State media announced over the weekend that it has allowed its citizens living abroad to return home in an easing of virus measures and border controls. But it still required those returning to do 1 week of quarantine. In response, the spokesperson for South Korea's Unification Ministry said Monday that he's worried about the possibility of North Korean defectors arrested and detained in China being sent back home.
Our government is very concerned about the possible repatriation of North Korean defectors in China. We stress once again that they should not be forcibly sent back to the north against their will.
Human rights advocates in South Korea have been voicing similar concerns, as China is reportedly detaining as many as 2,000 North Koreans for leaving the regime without permission. They will likely face severe punishment once sent back home. The Unification Ministry spokesperson also said the North does not appear to have fully opened its borders, as the regime has only granted approval to its own citizens living abroad. He said North Korea is presumed to have faced economic difficulties during its border closure, and that the regime probably made the decision after experiencing many difficulties when all personnel exchanges were blocked. Experts predict the North's announcement will lead to the return of North Korean students and workers, mostly in China and Russia, who are a key source of foreign income for the regime. Also, the North has already signed up to take part in this year's Asian Games in Hangzhou, which will kick off on September 23rd. All eyes are now on whether the regime will send a high-level delegation to the international event, possibly including key officials such as Kim Yo-jong, the powerful sister of Kim Jong-un, and Choi Ryong-hae, to strengthen relations with China. In 2018, Kim Yo-jong made a surprise visit to South Korea during the Winter Olympics held in Pyeongchang. She was accompanied by Kim Young-nam, the head of the Presidium of the Supreme People's Assembly at the time. Bae Eun-ji, Arirang News.